Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another stellar episode of Mark Levitt's What I'm Thinking. This is episode 20. You got it, episode 20. And I am your intrepid host, Mark Levitt. Today I thought I would try something a little different and just randomly bellyache and talk about movies. To start out, I was watching Casino the other day on television. And you know that scene where Pesci's character meets De Niro out in the desert to really rank on him, ball him out, get him back into line? Well, if you ever watch the scene on regular cable, there's two places in the scene where Pesci's character calls De Niro a Jewish motherfucker, but they have to bleep it out. But instead of him calling him a Jewish motherfucker, they have him calling him a Jewish money lover. So the censor obviously feels that they need to get rid of the shits and the fucks, but it's okay to increase the anti-Semitic content. So they really pound it over the head, and he says the thing twice. You Jewish money lover, you Jewish money lover. It's like twice. It's like ridiculous, which is of course feeding into the Jewish trope of them all being interested in money. So, which is diametrically opposed to all gangsters, which are really altruistic and out for the love and craft of stealing. So that's quite different, right? Now, the censor seems to be only steps away from having Pesci call De Niro a matzo ball guzzling, sweet wine drinking big nose. Seems only steps away from that. But that'll be next. When they censored this movie, you know, they have the deluxe edition. Those anti-Semitic insults will be there. I guarantee it. Let's see, what else? What other movies? Well, now, I know Tom Hanks, right? Tom Hanks is a universally beloved actor, but I think he's had a long enough career. We can all basically now admit that the film Castaway is not really a good movie. Okay, you have that whole first part. Now, it starts off like Tom Hanks is marooned on that island, right? And then it's like a Hollywood Survivor scenario, right? Where they spent the first hour him just trying to stay alive and then bonding with the soccer ball. And as compelling as that is, then they go to this scene where suddenly he has to extract his own tooth. He's in extreme pain and he has to perform a tooth extraction using what else? The bottom side of an ice skate. You know, because an ice skate just happened to conveniently wash up on the island so that he could do this particular procedure. So he does this, right? And then at the end of the scene, he extracts the tooth, yanks it out, and he falls in a heap and collapses. Now, and after that, you know, Tom Hanks miraculously suffers no adverse health complications resulting from his tooth extraction, right? Now, you try and perform your own tooth extraction using a dirty underside of an ice skate, and see how you fare. You don't have any antibiotics, or no painkillers. You know, I know Tom Hanks survived COVID and all, but now this shit is serious. You know, your own tooth extraction, very, very dangerous business we're talking about. Then when Hanks' character, right, he's finally rescued from a passing ship, suddenly the timeline skips forward, right? It just goes straight ahead, like it skips several months, and then he's just welcomed into where the I think it was the airport. They had a welcome back party, and of course they serve him crab meat, this crab buffet, and of course his fiance is there, and Helen Hunt, and she's just married to Sex and the City's Mr. Big. He just shows up at the end of the movie for no apparent reason, other than I guess he was a popular star at that time. But he just, you know, I mean, can you imagine if this was Sex and the City, the narration? You know, you're marooned on this island, you're trying to survive, and this would be the narration that you would hear. So while I was trying to harpoon a fish in a knee-deep lagoon water to stave off starvation, uptown, Mr. Big was gleefully harpooning my wife, Helen Hunt. That's how it would play out. Shocking. There's a lot of things in that film also. Notting Hill. Remember Dottie Hill, Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts, right? There's a lot of inconsistencies and things that bug me in that film, but that scene in the restaurant has to be one of the more outlandish, you know, where there's this group of guys, they're just sitting around shooting the shit. They're just talking about banging, how it would be to bang Julia Roberts' character, who's a famous movie star. How it would be to bang her. Now, and Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant just happen to be sitting in the adjacent table, right? Now, I can't tell you all the times this has happened to me, you know, right? I'm at the Olive Garden. I'm sitting around with a group of my friends. And we just decide to, I don't know, spitball what it would be like to bang a popular rom-com actress, you know, like Renee Zellweger. Like, that Renee Zellweger, hubba hubba. Drew Barrymore, I mean, it happens all the time. And just as we're saying it, of course, you know, Renee Zellweger approaches us all bent out of shape about what we're saying, and she just has to, you know, put in, you know, this dig about our dick sizes, as all actresses have to. So it's a real problem. Okay, now I'd like to take a break from this stuff to go back into an installment I started on my last broadcast. It's a very popular feature now. It's called Mark Levitt Reads and Ranks on Children's Books. Today's installment is called It's Time for Work. I think the title is coming through backwards in this, but anyway, it's time for work. Okay, and you notice all the different professions are presented here. You have a painter with his paint. You have they're all represented here. A fireman is wearing his helmet. Oh my God, what else? Yep. Oh, and she has. It's a T-shirt, and you know it's a T-shirt because she's holding an apple. All right. Anyway, let's begin this story. Let's see how. Oh, this is It's Time for Work, written by Amy Lamb. That's her real name, Amy Lamb. Okay. And as I read, I will point out the pictures, okay, so that you can follow the narrative thread. Ready? It's 5 a.m. A baker is working. She makes bread. It smells good. Okay, it starts off well enough, okay. The sun is not up yet. We are still sleeping. And you see, the boy's in bed with his lovable bear. Isn't that great? It's 7 a.m. A teacher is working. She is getting ready for school. Well, she's working all right, but it's obviously not on her, what she's wearing. Her ensemble is shitty. This, I mean, where did she get that blouse, you know? New Balance? She is getting ready for school. She has a lot to do. We are getting ready for school, too. It will be a busy day. It's 9 a.m. A doctor is working. She helps people when they get sick. She helps people when they stay well, too. How the hell does she do that? She just puts random calls into people. How you doing? No. We are working now, too. We are learning new things. Well, obviously, it's not about deodorant. If you have that many arms up, there's going to be a problem. It's 12 noon. It's time to stop working. Workers take time to eat. Look at what she has. Look at that. Look at that lunch pail there. It's like from a spaceship. We eat lunch too. What do you like to eat for lunch? I like to feast on Soylent Green. I like to eat my fellow man. This is getting ridiculous. I'll stop it here. It's equally as boring as the last story that I read. So I don't recommend it. Definitely a must miss. So yeah, not a good time. Not a good selection. Now, for those of you who watched my last broadcast, remember that things became a little heated at the end with me and my hand puppet Merfis. I want to apologize about that. And I'd like to take a page now from Trump and Biden. Me and Merfis have decided to discuss our grievances in a popular debate format, right? So this debate we're going to do right now for you, the audience, is going to be moderated by Tigger the Tiger. Tigger the Tiger? It'll be great! Thanks, Tigger. Okay, now, Tigger, what is your first debate question? First, Mark, shouldn't you welcome Merfis? You're right, I forgot. All right, I'd like to welcome my hand puppet, Merfis. Hello, Mark. Now, I can't shake your hand. You know, COVID and all. Right. You know, we want to be safe, right? Keep a discreet distance. Tigger, where are you now? All right, let's begin the debate. Representing Mark Levitt is himself and his hand puppet Merfis. Okay, let's begin. Now, Mark and Merfis, both of you want control of the rights to what I'm thinking. Merfis, this question is for you. Why do you feel the show should be yours? Mark, you are a vagabond and a scoundrel. Those are some big words, Merfis. Yeah, how about this big word? Verisimilitude. I can't refute that, Merfis. Ha! You can't refute it. Now, Mark, you agreed to these rules. Agree, I was railroaded, Merfis. Railroaded. This is a sham. This is a sham, Merfis. This is nothing. This is a sham. You're damn right. It's a Punch and Judy show, Mark. It's a Punch and Judy show. Got that right, Merfis. And now we're using weapons, Merfis? You gonna hit me over the head with a cell phone? You gonna do that? I guess we are, Mark. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This debate has turned fractious. It's very, very fractious. So I think I should end this this debate right here. This debate has dissolved into pandemonium. Wouldn't you say, Merfis? Pandemonium! So I'd like to all bid you all a fond farewell, and I shall see you on the next episode of What I'm Thinking with Mark and Merf. What I'm Thinking with Mark and Merf. See you next time.